Underoos!
Oh yeah! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. It's just these movies are just so good. I love Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Let's get into, how it happened, the history of it. So let's get in my DeLorean and let's travel back to 2015. Sony would announce a partnership with Marvel to have Spider-Man in the MCU. Now, why would Sony do this? That's just, Spider-Man's he's worth a lot of money, So it's just why you're handing him over for free. Well, one, to protect the brand, after the very trash Amazing Spider-Man 2, and so they can create even more money in Spider-Man spin-offs. Because there's a lot of Spider-Man characters. Now, in the last 5 years, they've made spin-off movies about Venom. It was so good that they made a sequel about it. There's going to be a Morbius movie starring Jared Leto. And there might be a Kraven the Hunter movie. With all these Spider-Man movies coming out, it's a good time to be a Spider-Man fan. Alright, I'm done teaching. Let's talk about Spider-Man's first entrance into the MCU in Captain America: Civil War. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man, and Marisa Tomei plays Aunt May. Now, what did I think about Spider-Man in this movie? Thought he was fine. His action scenes were good, but there's not really to base much of the character. I mean, they say the great power with great responsibility scene weird, and they kind of have to because you can't really repeat it anymore. But I mean, this was kind of just to introduce him, and they did a good job. Nice job. You're gonna be hearing that a lot, but yeah, this is a good series, man. John Watts is the director of this movie. Marisa Tomei reprises his role as Aunt May. Tom Holland reprises his role as Spider-Man. Tony Stark's in this movie. His presence it's the one problem I have with this movie, but it's not a huge problem. I'll get into it later. Jacob Batalon plays Ned Leeds, Spider-Man's kind of comedic relief character. He's really funny. Tony Ravioli plays Flash Thompson. Zendaya plays Mary Jane. Lauren Harrier plays Liz Allen, who is the love interest in this movie for the Spider-Boy.
Crime-fighting spider. You're Spider-Boy?
Spider-Man.
Okay, I'll just exit stage left. I'll stop. Just on top of this, I'll just stop referencing stuff. All right, carrying on. Ha. All right. Actually, Michael Keaton plays the Vulture, who's the main villain in this movie. And I say main because there's more than one villain in this movie. Technically, the movie has 3 villains, which is the same as these Garbo movies had. Technically, Scorpion appears in this movie. Also, there's the Tinkerer in this movie, who kind of builds stuff for supervillains. He's not really a supervillain, but yeah, he's kind of a supervillain. So yeah. I mean, he builds stuff for supervillains. So the one problem I did have in this movie was Iron Man in it. Obviously they kind of had to do it because Sony kind of wanted a fire sure hit. Not saying that Spider-Man's not a fire sure hit, but I mean, Iron Man is it's Robert Downey Jr. But I mean, I don't know. He kind of ruins the movie for me, and he kind of treats Spider-Man like a little kid, which is favorite part of this movie is wrong character. But same actor though. Alright, stop with the jokes. Michael Keaton's a very good Vulture. He's kind of a sympathetic character at sometimes. You kind of do play with him. He's just trying to take care of his family. But he's just trying to take care of his family. And, he's not like a villain who's trying to take over the world. And, it's kind of refreshing because I feel like every villain's trying to take over the world. This is a really good scene. I'm not going to play all of it because I'm not trying to get copyrighted.
And don't you ever interfere with my business again.
I mean, just look at the fear in Spider-Man's face right there. In summary, Spider-Man Homecoming's a fun time. Spider-Man's next appearance on screen would be in Avengers Infinity War. Now, in this movie, Spider-Man becomes an Avenger. And then, he's not an Avenger for long. No spoilers. One problem I do have with Spider-Man in this Avengers movie is the suit. I got nothing against the Iron Spider suit, but it's not designed by him. It's designed by Tony Stark, and that's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a genius. Like, he can design his own suits. Onto Spider-Man Far From Home. The cast would return. Jake Gyllenhaal would be the new villain. He would be Mysterio. Now, what do I think of Spider-Man Far From Home? it's a good time. Jake Gyllenhaal, he's a good villain. He's a good Mysterio. You're not supposed to know that he's a villain, but whatever. I mean, if you look it up on the internet, he's a villain. But yeah, it's a good time. The finale's good. Um, there was some stuff that were too much connect to the MCU stuff. Like there's some stuff with the scrolls, which I didn't really think fit in with Spider-Man, which was a little weird for me. But overall, it's a good time. So in recapping all the Spider-Man movies, except for the spin-offs, what have we learned? What have we learned? Don't do too many plots. Only have one main villain. And Spider-Man, he's a fun guy. He's, in the rankings. And the rankings are, drumroll please, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Far From Home, the original Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 3, and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Those are my rankings for best Spider-Man movie and worst Spider-Man movie. Alright, anyways, I don't know how to end this video. Just want to leave a note. I might be doing an NFL draft mock again, first round, because the draft's coming up. And I don't know. Making videos is fun, so whatever. Bye. Okay.